hello, we're bleeding right now. We are dying. We are full of cancerous tumors. We need to go to the hospital and we need emergency surgery because we have lost a significant chunk of us. A huge piece. A huge, huge loss for our community. That's right. Doug is not on this episode, but that's okay. We'll make it through. We'll make it through without him.
That's true. You know the funny part? I did ask him, would you want to do a crossover? Because they're also recording at this time. But they use a different service. They use like StreamYard. And I told him I don't feel like setting up and fussing with all the fucking audio routing. We'll do it another time.
Yeah.
So,
well,
sorry,
also,
Chad, I cucked you out of a Doug episode, but we'll have him on eventually again.
And also, some of you out there may notice a significant absence this episode, a loud, deafening silence, if you want to put it poetically. One of my best friends in the community, Solid JJ, is not guest starring in this episode, as he's often done, I think 4 times now. Yeah, I asked him. He was unfortunately busy, so he's not in this one either. And I think that's all the roster changes we have to announce. I think that's it, right?
No, okay, fine. Okay, all right, all jokes aside. Charlie isn't here either.
Oh, right, he left the show. That's right. I almost forgot. Forgot to mention that. Sorry. Charlie left the, like, what, 56 episodes ago?
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, and that's all the roster change. Oh, there was one more important one. Dwayne Wade got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, that's a big announcement in the world of sports. So he is no longer on the podcast, Dwayne Wade. He hit the home run record for the opening season. Very great athlete, but he is no longer on this podcast, unfortunately. We just got a really good trade offer. So, yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all out of people in my mind, in my life at least, or that I remember being on the show.
Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was nice. I did the typical movie marathon. When we did the previous episode, we had started it, and then later on we did more of it. So I've got like 6 movies that I've watched under my belt. I could both complain about and praise if you want. But, Kai, I want you to go first because you DM'd me saying you specifically had Thanksgiving things to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I figured we could both talk about it. I did a Friendsgiving this year. We went to all of my friend group. We took an Airbnb cabin in Tennessee, and that was fun. Well, the attractions weren't fun. There wasn't really a whole lot fun to see necessarily or do, but hanging out in the cabin and in the hot tub and getting hammered, that was fun, and just yapping and catching up.
Is Tennessee where Dollywood is? Am I thinking that right?
It is.
Did you guys go? You should have gone.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so in order, I think we went to... What the fuck did we do? Okay, so Tennessee, the way it works is it has horrific traffic. Driving a single mile in the city will take you about like an hour, literally. And you will see things like an upside-down building or a gigantic like sideway Titanic replica. And you can see all that sort of stuff, but then you go in and you pay like $30 for entry, and then you find out, oh, this actually kind of low-key sucks. So what did we do? We went to a mirror maze that was mid. We went to, I don't know, one of those things like a theater thing where you sit down and you shoot the screen. Those were fine.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a ride that lasts 10 minutes, I think.
This sounds very, very tourist town. Like, this sounds like shit I've done in Orlando. Type deal.
It is a tourist trap. It's a huge tourist trap. It is very extra, let's just say, because you will notice once you go... Have you been to Tennessee ever?
No, I want to go to Dollywood specifically, but I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people who like it, and mostly because they go to Dollywood, and then some people are like, yeah, it's boring. So
the nature is fine, but the people are a little extra. You know, like I said, it's a bit too zany because when you're looking around at almost every other car has a novelty license plate. So you get the feeling, like at first it's funny because you'll be looking at the guy in front of you holding up traffic for half an hour and his license plate is like Hubba Hubba 1 or something. But then you look around and next to him is a guy called like Dragon King on his license plate, and it's stuff like that. And it's funny at first. Second time, also funny. Third time, fourth time, not so much anymore. Fifth time, you go, oh, this whole fucking town has like main character syndrome, don't they? Like almost every other car is trying to be extra funny. But anyway, like nobody did anything bad to us, and nobody was rude. But the state itself, as a vacation spot, overrated. Only go if you have a fun friend group. Let's just say I wouldn't recommend it for you as on your own.
Sure.
Just for the sake of seeing it. We went to a natural disaster museum.
Ooh.
I don't know I forget what it's called, but that's the one that was in a gigantic building that from the outside is basically, it looks like an upside down building that collapsed, like half collapsed. And you go in and they have the sound effects playing. It's all creaky and shit. That was the one that's $35. And you go in and you realize, oh fuck, this is for children. We all got duped because it's like 6 of us and we're all in our 30s now, in our late 20s and 30s. And we go in and what is it? Let's say, okay, it is a hole. They have a hole set up that you can stick your fist in, Andrew. Okay, and
that's what I tend to do with holes. Yes,
and you feel cold water in a bucket. And it says, this is the ice cold, chilling, bone chilling cold that the survivors of the EMS Titanic felt. And it's like, wait, okay, well, that's not too exciting. And then you look to your behind and there's a screen set up with Google Earth, except it's like somebody, you know how when sometimes like billboards malfunction and you can see the little windows, like the windows.
Oh, yeah, like the computer setup. Yeah.
Yeah, the computer setup. So this was a maximized window of Google Earth, and it was not responding. It had the little not responding thing in the top left, so that wasn't working.
Very cool.
The bucket of water didn't interest me all too much. And they had a little setup with earthquakes, like an earthquake. It was a little booth that you sit in, and it's set up like I think it was like a kitchen table or like a diner table. And the idea is you sit down with your children and then they rock the whole thing and they go, this is what an earthquake feels like.
Oh.
And then another section of it had wildfires and tornadoes. But
and they lit you on fire and they threw you in a tornado?
No, it wasn't ready yet. It had a big banner that was shut off, but it did have a bunch of TV screens with disaster footage of people's homes getting swept away. And I realized,
paid museum prices to watch television, basically.
Well, not only that, but I was looking at it thinking like, this is one of the most American things I've ever seen. Like somebody took other people's like devastating death disasters and they decided, what if we make this like a fun activity for children? Like, hey, here's what an earthquake feels like. And I'm thinking back like, you know, those happen a lot in Turkey. Like I didn't have to pay $35 to experience mildly rocking in my chair. This is only something you could find in America because, you know, if you visit Turkey, there's no museum that's like, here's what it feels like to be American and have your home destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. It was just, I don't know. Like going in was amusing, but then it dawned on all of us that I think this is for like little children. And you know, the little bucket of water is really not worth $35. So one of our friends mentioned getting a refund, and then we all got refunds.
$35? Wow.
Well, they sucker parents and children into it, I assume. The thing is, we didn't know it was for children mainly. We just saw an upside down building that looked super fucking cool. Oh yeah, my friend is mentioning there was a Tesla coil and you stick your hand in and it zaps the Mario soundtrack. Which sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like the electricity, the plasma rays, they actually do hit your hands through like a little, like an armored glove, I guess. And you hear the it gets really fucking old, Andrew, once you hear it for the 20th time because the 20th kid is sticking his hand in there. And you realize, okay, let's get out of here. So that was a thing we did.
Oh, man.
Okay. Does Orlando have Guy Fieri's Flavortown flavor restaurant?
It very well could, but that sounds more at home in Tennessee for sure.
It does. Well, we went in there, we sat down, and the food is like okay, but they do the thing. There's like look, you know by now, I really love America and I love Americans, but there's like a list of maybe 3 things, and that's a maybe, that still rile me up to this day. And one of them is Americans putting sugar in everything.
That's
the Guy Fieri gimmick. Like you think, oh, what's so unique about this? Is he like really good at ribs, at fries? What's he good at? And it turns out the answer is like corn syrup on everything.
So Guy Fieri, you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. But Guy Fieri, I've dissected him over time. His gimmick and what seems to work and sell is he takes regular recipes and adds one unnecessary, wacky, and extreme step. And I'll give you a great example. He's got a product called Guy Fieri's Trash Can Nachos. So what do you think that is, Kaya? Trash Can Nachos by Guy Fieri. Just give me a guess.
Banana peels.
No, okay, that's a good guess. Like, you know, something to do with trash cans. That's stupid, though, and you're wrong. What it is you make regular nachos, and then you put them in a tiny little trash can. The end. There is no difference.
It's like dipping sauce?
No, not even. So when you build them, they come in this kit where all the ingredients come in a tiny metal cylinder, which is the trash can, and the instructions are like, hey, make the nachos, but do it in the trash can. Haha, aren't we so wacky? There's no difference at all. They just want you to do it in the trash can to be like, hey, it's Guy Fieri's way of doing it. Add a little trash can. But it's like, it's just nachos. There's no difference beyond that. And that's Guy Fieri's whole thing. He'll take a normal recipe and he'll be like, I'm making corn dogs, but instead of cornbread, we're using non-bread. Whoa! Extreme! I'm Guy Fieri. Like, that's his whole shtick. He changes one thing, you know?
Okay, I see. Well,
yeah.
I didn't see anything too like wacky like that. My friend got a mac and cheese pizza. Which
yeah,
I
stuff like that. Oh, I made pizza and mac and cheese, but instead of separate, I put them together. Whoa! Like, that's Guy Fieri.
Well, look, I cannot shit talk that because that was the only thing I could eat that wasn't overly sugary, and I ate like half of her slices. I was like, can I, Mariah, can I have like half your pizza? I'm so hungry. I ordered, what did I order? Waffles and shit, what was it? Waffles and bacon?
Waffles and shit? That's disgusting. Oh my God.
No, I mean, it tasted like shit. What the hell was it?
Was it chicken and waffles? That's pretty common.
Yes, chicken and waffles. Okay, me as the foreigner, I didn't know what they meant as like a waffle burger. I thought it would be waffle with a side of chicken or something. I didn't realize, oh fuck, I have to bite into the waffle to have it. And again, the thing about me, I really don't like sugar at all.
Oh, like, you fucked up then, man, because that stuff's gonna come laden with syrup for sure.
I know, but they should have like one thing on the menu for people like me where it's like, hey, you salt licking asshole, like this one's for you. Here, banana peel with salt on it. Like, I'll order it in a pinch, you know?
Yeah.
The place was like, it wasn't cheap either because, you know, Guy Fieri, I'm famous, pay me for my wacky foods.
Right.
Anyway. Okay, here's the main part of my story, Andrew.
Sure.
We get out of there and someone says, I forget who, but they say, hey, right next door is this place called Pepper Palace. I want to check that out. And we go in, and it's just this place full of peppers with wacky ingredients like, oh, this is coffee pepper. This is apple pepper. And you look at it and you're very mildly amused, right? You smile for the shopkeepers.
So like hot peppers, right? Not like seasonings.
Yeah, hot sauce.
Oh, yeah, hot sauces. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just different varieties of wacky, zany, fun hot sauces that you can buy your friend as a gag. Like,
yeah, I found their website where they sell it online, and it's very, very, very typical internet dude bro hot sauce. Like, oh, here's our ghost pepper, and our jerk hot sauce is called What a Jerk, like that kind of shit. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, the sauces weren't bad, but also not special. Like, if you taste them, it's mostly like vinegary, but hot, kind of, sort of. Anyway, I'm looking around, they're talking. You know, when you just, like, you're not listening to people around you, and then all of a sudden you turn around and realize they were all talking to you.
Oh.
That happened to me, except they were like, would you like to taste the world's hottest sauce? And I said, what is it? And they said, I don't know, I don't think it was the hottest, but it was like ghost pepper something something. And the little lady, it was like this buzz cut lady, she was looking at me. She said, do you want to try, do you? And then all my friends were looking at you. Do you want to try, Kaya? Are you gonna? And I was like, I mean, okay. And she said, it's 8 times more potent than pepper spray. do you want to try a drop? Apparently, you can
Ooh.
pick between 1 to 8 drops. And I said, I'll try 1 drop because, you know, I'm not gonna brag here. Whatever. Let me try 1 drop of pepper spray.
Kyle, was it called? So I have 2 of their like hottest ones here. Was it called The End? Or
yes.
Or was it called Mr. Pain?
It was called The End.
The End, yeah. Okay, so they have The End and Purgatory, which is their brand of like extreme. It's literally listed as extreme heat level on their website.
Okay, I did The End Purgatory.
Gotcha.
I have proof of it too. I'll tell you. So, anyway, she hands me. They have little plastic like spoons, so you can like try little dollops of sauce. Right? She puts a single drop on it, and they had me like sign a thing, and they were like joking about it being a waiver. But it was more of a guest list that I put my name on it.
Oh, cute.
She put a little, I know. And, you know, normally I lie about my name too. I just make up bullshit names that I put on guest lists and stuff
Clarke.
like that.
Jackson Clarke has tried The End at this Tennessee Pepper Palace.
He's not getting the credit. I entered my name. I put on Kaya Orsan. Anyway, I finally put the spoon. She was like wearing gloves and everything too. Like she didn't want to touch that shit. And I put it on my tongue. And it wasn't a big deal at all. For like 5 seconds, you go, okay, doesn't taste too bad. And 5 seconds in, you go, oh, that is hot, but I think I can handle it. And then, Andrew, 10 seconds later, it actually felt like I got pepper sprayed, but worse. And I've been pepper sprayed before, just for fun. I couldn't breathe. It was, you know, the kind of hot where like you inhale and it just hurts your lungs. It was so fucking awful. I just started crying right away. I got red in the face, snot coming out of my nose. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, I'm feeling it now.
And then she was like, excuse me, Mr. Orsan, that was the warm-up sauce. You haven't tried the actual one yet.
I couldn't have heard it because I just walked out of the store immediately. And I told my wife, I need water. I need water right now or I'm going to have like a fucking aneurysm.
Holy shit.
And so she grabs me by the hand. And she's like leading me now. By the way, this is like it's like full, it's packed because it was just, you know, Thanksgiving time. It wasn't Thanksgiving Day, but
yeah,
everybody's out with their children.
You're in a tourist season, so there's going to be a ton of people doing this kind of shit.
Yeah, it was like a plaza with a bunch of shops. Not like a strip mall, but just a bunch of shops next to each other. And, you know, everybody's out. So everybody's having a good time. And there I am crying, right? Like I just got news that my wife died. Or like we just had a huge argument and I'm a gigantic bitch crying about it. Like I can barely see, by the way, because, you know, my eyes are not burning, but I have so many tears in them. They're all bloodshot and shit. She leads me into the very first ice cream shop because, you know, cold and dairy helps, right?
Yes, yes. Milk is like the go-to. Yeah.
Exactly. We go in there and she's like, he needs, could we get like a milkshake, like something cold and milk, you know, something dairy. And they look at us and very proudly, Andrew, they go, oh, all our products are dairy free. Yeah, we make dairy free stuff here. And she said it like it was a brag too. She said it like, yeah, if you have, you know, if you're lactose intolerant, we could make you something. And I'm standing there like sobbing and like coughing and
holy shit,
heavy breathing like a fucking pepper sprayed dog. And I'm like, that's just my luck. Of course they don't have fucking dairy in the shop. So I desperately grab one of the waters. I tell her, pay it. And we walk out of there. I'm sipping the water and it doesn't help. Like the water just does not help.
Water really barely does anything, yeah. You really need that like thick fat from fucking dairy and milk and shit to cover it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like mildly I'm not embarrassed, but it's like, it's just fucking weird. I keep smiling, but like it's like an agony smile. Like, oh, the situation I'm in. We finally walk a little bit more and there is finally a milkshake shop or like an ice cream shop that had a whipped cream. So they got me like you know how in Starbucks they give you the puppuccino or whatever it's called?
They give you a cup of whipped cream like a dog in the backseat.
Yes, they literally, my wife just got me a cup of whipped cream. With like a little bit of milk at the bottom that I could like sip on and suck on. And that finally gave me a tiny bit of relief.
That's so funny.
Enough to like...
How long did this last? Like what's this time frame here?
Oh, this was like, okay, so by the time I finally got my hands on the whipped cream, I think that was like 10 whole minutes. So I'm suffering.
Oh, fuck.
Over the next 10 minutes, I'm just low-key sipping on it, right? And it's now finally not as bad enough that we can walk back to the Pepper Palace. And I'm like, I cannot speak because my tongue and lips are numb now. Like, I couldn't feel my tongue. It's like after the fucking, like when the dentist gives you the shot to like give you a fucking root canal or whatever. Yeah. I walk in there and they're like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I'm okay now, to the little lady. But it's like, you little cunt. Like, you guys don't even have a glass of milk after doing this to somebody. What a dick move. Like, wouldn't that at least be like, I would pay for it. I would have paid like $10 for the fucking glass of milk.
Oh, that's a genius scam. They give you a free taste of the hot sauce and then a $50 glass of milk. That's perfect. Why aren't they doing that?
I don't know. They didn't have anything. Not even like, oh, hey, here you go. Here's like a cup of water on us. Nothing. They just expect you to take it. And I guess maybe better man than I. They can, but I genuinely couldn't. Anyway, I got a sticker out of it, Andrew. That, well, you cannot see my camera. I know, it's like a medal, you know, it's like a Purple Heart for idiots they dupe into trying the fucking sauce. It says, Pepper Palace, Purgatory, The End, Hot Sauce, Wall of Flame, Survivor.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa. That's badass. This is equal to at least 100,000 Reddit karma, just so you know. It is. So I got the ingredient list here if people at home want to try this at home, and I highly recommend it. You'll get a cool sticker out of it. You know, there's ingredients in here. It's hot sauce, but the main things we want to talk about: red habanero puree, Reaper peppers, ghost peppers, and a shot of 8 million Scoville extract. So they ain't fucking around. That's a lot. That's pretty bad. It's a good shit.
Okay. Well, I thought they gave me like just ghost pepper. I thought I was being a bitch, but if it's genuinely,
no, this is like a super blend. Like, this has a ton of hot shit in it. Like, this is high end. You went hard, man.
Yeah, I guess so. And I don't know how the fucking people do it. You know, the hot ones where they get the actors and shit to eat the fucking hot sauces and make cutesy conversations. I'd be like, fuck you. End this interview. I'm out of here. Give me a glass of milk, you bald fuck. Fuck you. No, that was awful. But, you know, fun. I'd do it again, but with a glass of milk or a bottle.
What even, except for the novelty of it, what even is the point of these hot sauces? Because no one's just going to, like, put this on their fucking roasted chicken at home. You know, like, why do they even make these besides that?
I always make that same point about foods. Like, if it's either too spicy or they serve it too hot, like, okay, I'm not going to enjoy, like, my wife gives me shit when I have to wait for soup to cool down a little bit. I like it slightly above room temperature. And it's like, well, I don't want to drink it when it's still boiling hot. I'm not going to taste it. That just burns my tongue. It's the same thing with like spices that are too much.
I'm the exact same way with hot drinks now. I used to love myself, like, you know, I drink coffee regularly. I love a tea. I used to get some hot teas, some hot coffees, whatever. Now, everywhere I go, I pretty much only get iced coffee or iced tea because I hate waiting fucking 15 minutes for it to be enjoyable. It's always too hot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, you're being a bitch. Oh, yeah, it's hot. Oh, you go, yeah, I want to enjoy drinking my drink. I don't want to take the babyest little girly sips every single time. I want to drink.
You know why, Andrew? Because people slurp. Because their parents never taught them how to be like civilized humans. So they slurp their fucking tea. So by the time that's how they drink them. And then you say, can you not slurp it? And they go, but it's hot. Well, then don't make it that hot or don't get it that hot.
And then some people are fucking psychopaths and they take the lid off to help it cool down faster. And it's like, what if you spill it, man? Just look at me in the eyes. What if you spill that? You're so fucked if you spill that.
Well, in desperation, I do that. That's the thing, though. Like, I don't want to have to do that.
Exactly. And meanwhile, like 99% of the time when I'm ordering a drink, it's because I'm thirsty. And let me ask you, what's more refreshing? An ice cold drink or a hot one that you have to like play a little game to drink, like a little balancing act to finally get down your fucking gullet. If it's cold out, I get it. Oh, a nice warm refreshing tea. Yeah, that's nice, but that's like a treat. That's like an activity. If I'm thirsty, I want to drink the drink. I don't want to have to worry about it, you know?
Well, I don't want to like flex too hard, but I'm one of those giga chads. I like ice cold drinks even in snow. I don't care.
Same.
I love them.
Same. And it comes from this shit. I just got used to everything iced, and now it'll be blizzarding out, and I'll go to Starbucks and go, 1 iced coffee, please. Like, it's just so much easier. It's so much more convenient. Every way.
But yeah, about the spices, I completely agree. Like, when I tell people my favorite sauce is either Louisiana hot sauce or just Tabasco, like the most basic bitch Tabasco, the normal one. And it's like, I don't know why people would flex about anything more than that, because Tabasco is like the perfect blend of flavor and perfect levels of spiciness for me. I love it. I love it on everything.
There's a reason that it's ubiquitous. You got, what is it, Chalupa, Tabasco, Frank's Red Hot, like all these brands that you see everywhere, and you get these Puritan hot sauce snobs that are like, oh, that's not spicy enough for me. It's like, yeah, but it's tasty. It doesn't always have to be enjoyable. A pain factory. It can taste good while being spicy, you know?
Well, yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. I think, well, obviously the things like the end purgatory is like, okay, that's a gimmick thing. That's something you give your friend as a joke or over dinner. You know, all right, you want to try this? I'll put 1 drop on your chicken wing and you can try it. And then, you know.
Exactly.
Literally your fucking lips and tongue go numb. Like I couldn't taste anything. It was just.
Right.
It wasn't fun. Like pepper spray is not fun.
After a certain point, the pepper is pure just showmanship. Like there's the dude who's breeding the world's hottest pepper, and he's on like a bunch of YouTube stuff for it. It's like that's all showmanship. That's how far can we go? How far can we push God's light into the realm of spice? Like I get that. That's all. It's competition. It's like those guys who grow giant pumpkins for the state fair. You're not looking to make pumpkin pie. You're just doing it to do it, and that's fun. That's cool. Go ahead, go nuts. But then you have this weird middle ground where it's like it's too hot to eat, but not not hot enough to be a record breaker or a show. So what's the point? Why does this exist? You know?
Yeah. Just again, it's a tourist item. This is something that like. We could send Jackson to try.
We need
another pepper parade. Yeah.
Ooh, wait, well, Kaya, I'm a genius. Do you still have the bottle, or was it just a taste of the end purgatory?
She gave me. No, I didn't buy it. Fuck that shit. She gave me a drop, but I mean, I can order one.
What we should have done, $25. What we really should have done is bought a bottle of it, poured it out of the bottle into a different bottle,
That's what I was thinking.
And said, hey, Jackson, Kaya made his own hot sauce. It's really good. You should try some.
No, or say like, oh, you got to try this American, like this super sweet new flavor of Coke. They only sell it in this one tourist
spot.
Chug
it. You got to chug it as fast as you can.
Oh, he would actually die.
I know.
Like, I'm not trying to be even... Like, that would give you, not a heart attack, but like respiratory failure probably. His throat would close up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it'd be worth it.
That was agony. But Thanksgiving itself was fun. My friend Mariah cooked, and all the girls helped, while us guys, we were in the hot tub. We had a little bell that we rang for them to fetch us drinks and shit, and just caught up. So it was a really good time.
Were you cosplaying as the 1950s, like just for one day?
No. It's holiday season, and I know what you're thinking. Yay, eggnog and presents. But businesses and hackers, they're thinking, yay, eggnog and data. We're going to harvest and sell and blackmail people with so much data. You can prevent those Grinches if you get ExpressVPN, which hides your real IP address. So first of all, nobody's gonna know which city, state, or country you live in. Already perfect, they reroute all of your traffic through their state-of-the-art encrypted servers, even on public Wi-Fi where it's important. It's the holidays. Maybe you're passing through a lot of airports and hotels. Do you really want them knowing what you're watching on your phone? I don't. And the best part, in my opinion, ExpressVPN is a strict no logs policy. They don't keep logs of any of your activity, which means that if somebody messages them or sends them a legal letter saying, hey, who's torrenting this? What's their legal name? Tell us right now so we can sue them. ExpressVPN has no choice but to shrug. They don't have logs. They don't know what you've been torrenting. So, 3 different plans available for you through ExpressVPN this year. If you want the #1 rated VPN by The Verge and CNET, but I mean, what's that matter? I'm a conspiracy theorist and they have my endorsement. If you want that VPN for very cheap, you can get it now for only $3.49, which comes down to less than 12 cents a day. by the way. Very, very cheap. I use ExpressVPN all the time because, like I said, I don't want people knowing what I'm chatting about on Discord. If I'm connected to airport Wi-Fi, I get creeped out by the thought of just automated systems keeping track of, oh, wait, is somebody downloading something? You didn't pay for that movie? I don't care. I paid for ExpressVPN. And now you can too, okay? Grab it while it's cheap. Go to expressvpn.com/official. That's a price as low as $3.49 a month. And you get 4 extra months of service by going to expressvpn.com/official. That's expressvpn.com/official.
Why do I have to say this to you again? Why do I have to remind you about Fitbod? You should already be on there right now getting huge and strong and flexing your big muscles and attracting a million people of whichever sex you prefer to have sex with. Fitbod is the fitness app that's going to crush your doom scrolling habit and get you going and moving and shaking with your body instead of laying on the couch or in bed going, oh man, life is frustrating. Doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be hard. It doesn't even have to be a challenge. You can get large without trying. And by large, I mean muscles, not the American type of large. Fitbod is the fitness app that's going to personalize your workout routine, show you exactly how to do the exercises that you're interested in, and allow you to customize your goals and all sorts of other fitness data to keep your body working and moving optimally. My favorite thing about Fitbod, because I use the app, is that if you don't feel like doing a particular exercise, you can get tons of substitutions that work the same muscle groups, so that way you're never going to get bored and you're never going to get too overly sore doing the same thing again and again and again and again, because Fitbod keeps working, exciting, and adapts to you. It'll even track your muscle recovery and has been fine-tuned by experienced certified personal trainers to help you get strong. Level up your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/official. That's fitbod.me/official.
The girls actually in our friend group, in our family, they actually like cooking, so that is ideal, thankfully.
And having a little slave bell, they enjoy it. They gave you it when they arrived at the house. Here, Kai, just ring this if you need us. Please, we're conditioned.
Well, it was a slave bell. We got it in a novelty shop. It said, another drink, please. And it just so fucking, this is so corny. We have to get it and actually do it. And of course, you get the eye roll, but I mean, you have to play along. What are you going to do as the girl? Like cross your arms and go start an argument? No.
That's true. Women do have to play along. You could do it on the street. If you walk down Wall Street and see a woman in a big pantsuit making millions of dollars, if you ring that bell, she has to get you a Coke from the fridge. It's just conditioning. It awakens a million-year instinct in her to seek the nearest fridge. Her cavewoman brain lights up, yeah. She seeks out the nearest refreshing drink and sprints after it for you.
Okay, well, fair. I would not recommend you try this on women you don't know.
That might is fair.
Be obnoxious.
No, I look, I do stupid, goofy shit like that all the time with my friends, and I think there's a reactionary internet culture that hear these stories, and maybe it's people who don't have friends, and they're like, oh, Kaya, that's sexist. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's called, like, having fun and knowing it's a joke, you know, and having a friend group and doing stupid shit like that. I mean,
the bell is a joke, but just like the women cooking for the men isn't a joke. Well, what's wrong with that? They enjoy it.
Yeah,
they wanted to cook, and guess what? I like cooking for them, too.
Yeah, and just because Kaya is sexist doesn't mean he was in this moment, you know? He held it back.
People confuse the word sexist and the word misogynist. Like, sexism in and of itself just means that you recognize that men and women aren't equivalent in every single way. When most people say sexist, what they really think is, oh, negative sexism, like misogyny. Like throwing acid in a woman's face because she didn't want to marry the person I set her up with. Or we sell women like livestock in this country. No.
Right.
Sexism itself is like, you hold the door for a woman. That is sexism, but it is benevolent sexism.
What's the phrase? It's equity. It's not equality. Is that, am I getting that right? I might be getting that wrong. But it's the idea that, you know, not everything is going to work out totally equally to create that dynamic. It's like, oh, one of the arguments, for example, is people say, oh, women make 80% of what a man does on average, and it's like, that might be true. It might be true, but here's the difference is that the fields that women are taking up statistically are lower paying on average. Like, you know, there are far more women in childcare and babysitting, which is a lower paying field than men doing like construction work, for example.
People don't even bring that up anymore. Like all of that stuff died somewhere between 2016 and 2020 during the great big gender culture wars. Even now, it's just such a stale conversation. I think you're right. I think the only people that get upset at stuff like that are like actual incels and like male feminists who aren't getting any. Because I can tell you that like every woman in our friend group would roll their eyes at you if you were like, oh, you shouldn't make them food or fetch them beer. What? That is so oppressive. Yeah. They would tell, shut up. Like, I like it.
There's people that force it, and that's where the real problem comes. They force it and go like, oh, you're a woman, you shouldn't be at home cooking. It's like, well, what if they actually just enjoy cooking and there's no strings attached? They just really do want to be a baker or a professional cook. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's people out there that see it as, oh, you're a woman, you shouldn't do that by default because you're a woman, because that's the stereotype. You know, it's like, no, that's not what it was created for. What it was created for is you had plenty of women who said, I don't want to be a baker or a housewife. And society or a lot of people would say, no, you should be. That's all you should do. You should aim towards that. Don't go to college. That's stupid. You're stupid. That's what it should be fighting. You know, the lack of opportunity. But it's going a little too far.
Yeah, I genuinely, I don't know. I feel bad for people who think that it's like it's literally just, you know, friends hanging out and me and my wife hanging out. Why are you bringing like your stupid fucking Reddit brains? Like 2016 stale fucking, oh, that is like so sexist, Kaya. Oh, shut up. Like my wife would tell you to shut up. Again, because it is sexist, but it's not misogynistic. Just as it's not misandry, it's not man-hate if my wife tells me, grab me something from the fridge, please. Yeah, of course.
You should be getting those same comments. You should be doing those same comments if you fix her car. You know, like if there's an issue with the car and you go fix it in the garage. What are you doing, Kaya?
You gave her a foot rub, bro. That's like so. It really is exactly the same, right? If you had like a loser frat bro friend and he was like, dude, you should never put the seat down for bitches. Like, what are you, some sort of cuck? It's like, no, I'm not doing it because I'm a cuck. I'm doing it because it's just nice. That's the difference.
The most pathetic men on the planet are the ones that, like, they see treating your woman as lessening yourself. Like, have you seen those radical dude bros where they're like, oh, I don't eat women out. That's gross. That's yucky.
Yeah, DJ Khaled, he said, well, I'm a king. I don't do that to bitches.
Oh, fuck you, DJ Khaled.
Or am I slandering?
Whoever it was.
He said something like, it's gross and I don't do that sort of stuff. I'm a king. Well, it's like, bro, you sound more like a queen. Like, what sort of a gay attitude is this?
You really do. You sound like a person like, ew, I'm not going near that. Yucky.
Like, icky girl.
I don't know. It's just such fucking like barbarian caveman thought patterns. It's like, do you really think that your dick is this holy site of incredible pleasure and fucking Mount Olympus, whereas a normal vagina, a fucking beautiful creation of nature, is this toxic waste dump? Like, what's wrong with you? Really? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird. It's definitely. So you have that side, you have the weird Andrew Tate side where it's like, yeah, you gotta fucking put your foot down and make those bitches get you drinks. It's like, if you're doing things right as a man, you don't have to make the woman get you anything or make her do anything. What do you mean make? Like
100%.
All of the women in my friend group, they're fucking angels. They're amazing. They like to make Thanksgiving dinner. And just being in the kitchen and talking to each other.
It's this strange subculture where these men are so fragile in their ego or presentation or wanting to feel owed that they think that wanting to be nice to people is a weakness. Like there's a part of my brain. I've dated women. I like treating them. There's a spark that lights up in my brain when I take them to a nice restaurant and go, oh yeah, I'll take you to dinner. I'll treat you, get whatever you want. I enjoy that. But they would look at it and go, oh, you're being such a beta. You're being such a pussy. She should be the one cooking you dinner. Like, no, man. You can be happy being a nice person. It's that simple, you know?
And not just being the woman thing, but also like cooking is fun. I wouldn't mind at all a day like next Thanksgiving if me and the guys all wanted to cook take over the Thanksgiving thing. Yeah, absolutely. I love making chili. I'll do that. I'll make a gigantic pot for everyone. I genuinely love just having a drink and cooking for people. It is the best fucking feeling on the planet.
I just can't believe that when it comes to rudimentary hobbies, we still have people out there that want to tell you there are certain ones you should and shouldn't do. It's fucking baffling to me. Oh, you shouldn't cook because that's degrading. Oh, you shouldn't do this because it's whatever. Oh, you shouldn't blah, 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 blah. It's like, nah, man. Any hobby that's not hurting people. If your hobby's not stabbing children
calling
in the park.
it a hobby is even like, cooking's not a hobby. It's a survival skill. It's just like not knowing, just like doing laundry isn't a hobby, but you have to do it. Brushing your teeth isn't a hobby, but like know how to make a soup. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chop a couple of carrots and like chop a chicken up and throw it in there. It's not that hard.
Yeah. And then there's the opposite. There's also the opposite path where you have men doing feminine hobbies where it's like, oh, they want to sew or knit or things like that. And it's like, go ahead, man. They're like, why are people angry at that? I don't get the problem, you know? Oh, well.
Yeah, no, not with sewing and knitting. But of course, again, there's like extremes. If you look at, and then on the other end, you have people going, oh, what's so wrong with Chris Chan collecting pony dolls? It's like, well, okay. I mean, you know, he's a little too old for that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's bizarre. So I hope I don't get comments that I'm being sexist. All right. Don't make me invite all the women into this chat to tell you you're being a fucking loser.
The problem is you're going to. That's the problem. I've had this weird thing called a large friend group. I know what it's like when you're just being silly and fucking around. And in context, everyone is okay with everything. But I know I've had this happen. I'm sure people are going to hear this story and go, Kai's being a fucking sexist because he has a bell to call his women slave. It's like, okay, get a friend group. See what happens. People just do silly shit to have fun and fuck around. You would know it if you had friends. That's all there is to it. Oh, well.
You would know if you had women. No offense.
Women slaves, if you will. Yes.
Yes. I don't know. Anyway, it was extremely fun. The food was good.
Nice.
Well, I mean, the sauce wasn't. I mean, the actual Thanksgiving food was good. Flavortown wasn't good. The museum sucked. Yeah, again, okay, would not recommend Tennessee. Even oh my God. Andrew, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Andrew, even their Buc-ee's sucked.
What?
They have 2 Buc-ee's. Yeah, and I've been in both of them.
No.
Andrew, no, I'm serious. They are so packed. And they're not even like the good kind of gigantic Buc-ee's. They're like a smaller size Buc-ee's.
Oh, come on.
Like Buc-ee himself wasn't even there to take photos with, right?
Why'd you go?
It's a smaller size.
I would have burned it to the fucking ground.
Packed to the brim. And okay, here's my number 1 is Americans putting sugar into everything. Number 2 is what it causes is morbid obesity, which at some point, and I'm not like talking about guys with a little overweight, it's like 250 pounds or guys or whatever. I mean like actual, there was a guy that riled me up so much I had to rant in the car to my wife about how much I hate fat people and how the DMV should like weigh you next time you go in and your taxes should be adjusted to... I'm serious. For like every pound that you weigh over, let's say 220 or 250, something reasonable, for every pound you should have to pay 1 extra % in tax every year. Okay? This guy, Andrew, he was like 400 fucking pounds lumbering. And the obnoxious thing about it is like he was the size of a small golf cart. Okay? And at that point, look, you know me, personal freedoms. You want to stuff your face, that's fine. You want to drink, that's fine. You want to do drugs, that's fine. Where I always have drawn the limit is once you begin being an inconvenience to everyone around you, I literally have to, not figuratively, literally have to walk around you like in a gigantic arc. And it is already crowded. Like you are being an asshole now because you're hogging entire sections of the store that I have to like Google Maps in my brain now to like reroute myself for a whole fucking minute to figure out how to get around, you fat fucks. And at that point, it's like, okay, this needs to be illegal. Like, again, like I said, I get people struggling with weight. Once you hit the 300, 400 points, it's like your doctor should push a Ozempic on you.
At this point, yeah. The thing, like, I'm not into fat people. I'm not going to go gaining a whole bunch of weight myself. I'm probably not going to date someone fat because I live a very active lifestyle and I want a partner that can do that. I also in the camp where people struggle with their weight, they get depressed. You know, the food choices aren't the best in America depending on where you live. The one thing I will never forgive in that camp, and I will never accept, is people who don't accept the circumstances. So a very common one that I don't think we've talked about much on the show. Have you seen the fat people who lament and cry that they need to buy 2 airplane seats, or how embarrassing it is they don't fit on an airplane? It's like, hey, that's you. That's just how you are. Crying and bitching is not going to make the FAA change the fucking airplane seating. That's what it's like. It's like if a person in a wheelchair kept screaming for the rest of their life, oh, I have to use ramps everywhere that I go. Yeah, that sucks, and it's sad, but at a certain point, you have to accept that that is your life. But a lot of fat people, they will bitch forever, for years and years and years. Oh, this seat is too small for me. Okay, yes, that's your body. That's it. That's your life.
Well, not just bitch, but demand that all of the rest of us change it for your sake.
Exactly.
People in wheelchairs, you don't get mad at them because it's like, okay, maybe you were born that way. Maybe you were in an accident that wasn't even your fault. It's like, I'm okay with ramps everywhere. That's completely fine.
It makes sense.
But if it was like, okay, now you're in front of me and like me and my 4 friends, we have to pick you up and we have to carry you around or something. If there was a law like that, it would be obnoxious. Same with fat people. It's like, there was a woman who sued the airline company because they made her get an extra ticket because she could only fit in 2 seats. There was that fat rapper bitch. Remember that one that was like, I cannot fit into an Uber. And the guy was like, look, if you try to fit yourself into my Uber, you're going to break the suspension. Like, I'm not letting you in. And he drove off. She sued. She sued. It's like, okay, at that point, that makes you the asshole. If you're in the seat next to me, your gut is spilling onto me and you have to like, like spill your arm onto me. And I have, okay, now I'm getting like half of my seats. Those are the fats I hate. Like now everybody else has to change the way they live because of you. Now you're being an asshole.
This is a God bless America thing that you've probably seen now that you've been living here. But America is the land of being inconsiderate to others. Living a lifestyle that you enjoy, that you like, that you can make conducive to your friends and family, but you don't consider the larger society at all. And people that get that large through total health negligence are the perfect example, because one that I think about all the goddamn time is, let's imagine that they're living their daily life and this and this and that. What if you're in like an airport or the DMV or a crowded public space and you have a health issue, right? You have a health issue. Oh, your chest hurts, you can't walk, you know, legs fucked up, you know, large person health issue. Think about the fact that you need 5 EMTs to put you on that stretcher instead of 1 or 2. Think about the fact that you
costs alone.
Yeah, the medical costs and time and resources needed just to keep you at that weight and alive, and that you are obligated to because of, you know, obviously emergency health care. But think how much more is being given to you based off of that you realistically don't deserve or earn. It just is, you know, and people don't think about that. How much it just, in the grand scheme of things, if something happens, how much more work you are for everyone else. You know?
Yeah. Completely agree.
Yeah.
I really, like, okay, there has to be a limit, man. Like, if you drive drunk and you crash your bike and now, you know, a fucking EMT has to go out of his way now. Like, you're hogging an ambulance. You're hogging emergency services that could have gone to someone else if you didn't fucking drink and drive. I'm not saying we shouldn't save you, but like, can you be at least a little ashamed of this thing? Can you at least show some humility, you fat asshole? And like, I don't know, don't go to Buc-ee's. I don't know what to tell you, man. It really made me angry in that moment. That was the one thing, and there were so many of them too that in that moment it triggered my, like, okay, I'm putting this on the like very short list of American downsides or downsides of America. Is like,
I can't get over the delusion aspect. Like, if people are big and there's reasons for it, and they're like, yeah, I'm big, I'm working on it, or yeah, I'm big, that's just how it is. Okay, fine. But the people who want to try to make it a good thing, or try to want to, like, you know, change perspective of it. No. Because another thing that they always forget, and it is this American thing, why is this such an American phenomenon? Why do they always want to pull up like health statistics and different things and say, well, this is why I'm large and it's perfectly normal. And then you look at every other fucking modern country on the planet and they don't have this problem. Yeah, okay, I'll give you Mexico and I'll give you a few other countries, but every fucking modern Asian country that has the same access to the same shit that we all do does not have this problem of large people.
No,
so why are you trying to make it act like it's normal? You know?
Okay, dude, I'm telling you, when Americans make salad, they put sugar in it. I was appalled when I saw people put sugar in their salad. When you guys make spaghetti, you put sugar in it. Cut that out. You know how they say, like, hey, if you like soda, just switch your regular Coke with Coke Zero. That is immediate calorie saved. It may not be healthier because, you know, there's something in there that makes it sweet that's probably not good for you. But at least it's fewer calories. Same thing with the sugar. Omit it. Yeah. Next time, dear listener, when you're doing that, just save a few calories by not putting the sugar in it. The genetic argument falls apart, by the way. It is easily debunked when you bring up, okay, if it's a white fat person, okay, you have like white European ancestry. The Dutch aren't morbidly obese like you are. Clearly, it's not necessarily genetic. And if it's I think in America, like disproportionately black women, especially and black men, are super fucking fat. Okay, well, like look at black places on the earth. They're not fat. So it's clearly, it's not genetic. You weren't born to be 500 pounds.
What it often happens to be, because I've talked to people who are large and they want to lose weight. They have this conversation with me. I used to be a flabby boy. I was never huge, but I used to be a flabby boy. I ate fast food every goddamn day. I drank Coca-Cola, all that stuff. And then I got to the point where exercising and having an active life, I would have to fucking eat ice cream every day to count like enough calories a day. So I shifted my diet and perspective all on my own. And talking to people that are, you know, they're like 300 pounds or something, and they talk to me, they want to lose weight. Something I have noticed in common with all of them, and it's how they get to that place in the first place. They don't want to accept suffering. They don't want to accept that at the beginning, it's going to be unpleasant and difficult and frustrating until eventually you get used to it. Because I have talked to so many of them and I said, well, here's the first weight loss tip. It works every time. Drink water. Whatever you drink, swap it to water. Get rid of the soda, get rid of the juices, stop drinking this and that. That's it. If you swap to water, you will be cutting so many calories and you don't even have to change what you eat for the most part. But it's a quick, easy way to cut calories and just make everything else easy. But so many of them just can't. They're just like, oh, I hate the taste of water.
And it's extremely uncomfortable too. It is
exactly.
I get the differences in brain chemistry, and some people are just born with that part of their brain that, you know, nothing makes them as happy as gambling. Yeah. Nothing makes them feel as good as just drinking alcohol. So, okay, I understand that you may have that thing in your brain that just you don't want to stop eating ever. So when you tell them, you know, it's not like we're saying anything new. Every fat person on earth has heard just stop being fat. It's not easy. It's like if you told me, look, man, Kaya, whatever problems you have in your life, just start taking ice cold showers. And maybe, you know, it's even if you told me that was the solution to all of my woes, it is still going to be so uncomfortable to get used to taking ice cold showers every day. And I'm always going to miss my hot showers because I have that thing in my brain where I just love taking steaming hot showers and standing in there for an hour meditating, just thinking about my day.
Yeah, meditating, wink, wink, quote unquote. For an hour.
I know. I take long showers too, and I always get self-conscious. Like, do they think I'm watching porn in here? I hope not, because I just do that thing where I stand. Okay, I'm done soaping myself up. I'm done rinsing. I'm just standing under this super cozy stream.
It is,
and I don't want to get out. Yeah, but Oh, also the other thing is, fat people. A lot of them are usually very blind to it too. It's like somebody who doesn't know their breath smells. Like somebody has to. Have you ever seen that? There's a British show called Secret Eaters. Have you heard of it?
No. Is it kind of like my what's that TLC show? My fucked up, dark, twisted fantasy fetish where they eat mattresses and fuck cars and shit?
Oh, My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction. That's one. Yeah.
No, it's more like, so they go in, it's a British show. They go into the home of the British person, and of course they don't have anyone nearly as fat as America, but still they have like chubby women and men. And the host goes, all right, we're going to put a bunch of hidden cameras into this house. Okay, we're not going to tell you where, except, you know, we're not going to put them in the bathroom and stuff like that, but we're going to put them in your living room and your kitchen. Okay. And we're just going to count how many calories you are eating throughout the day. And they go, okay, I don't eat that much, which is like what a lot of fat people tell themselves is like, I don't eat that much. Like, I really don't. It's just my metabolism. And then at the end of the episode, the host just reveals that, you know, they get up in the middle of the night to eat a whole bag of chips.
Yeah.
Or they just stand in front of the fridge at 3 a.m. eating cheese.
I have seen similar shows, and every time I watch them, I have a secret little Domino's flag. Like, I have a tiny little flag on my desk that I keep lowered. And then if they ever secretly order pizza in the middle of the night, I raise the little flag and salute it, because it happens every goddamn episode where they're like, oh, I don't eat that much. But then they get a craving and they order a full fucking Domino's pizza for themselves and eat the entire thing. It happens every time.
Or they like distribute the calories throughout the day in the form of tiny snacks. Like, you'll ask them, what have you had today? You know, I don't know, like a chocolate bar. And then she plays the hostess of the show will play them the footage of them like eating 12 Snickers bars throughout the entire day, because they will keep them in their like drawer at work and stuff.
Yeah.
Not at work, but at home.
It is. Food addiction is a real thing. It is definitely a real thing. And unfortunately, American food is built to be addictive. We do load everything with sugar, or fried food is another one. That's one that pisses me off personally. Every restaurant on the planet, half the menu is fried food. And I'm so goddamn sick of it. I'm so sick of places just feeling like fucking the frozen food section reborn everywhere you go. I'm tired of it. But I get it. Our diet in America and our culture is making it very easy to do, but it's not impossible. You can easily cook at home. You can easily not buy snacks. You can easily pay attention to what you're eating at restaurants. Like, I eat restaurants almost all the time, yet I feel I have a healthy diet, because again, when I see that fried half of the menu, I just don't order it. Order something else. But what you often have with these people is they rationalize the behavior through their addiction with reasons that, I guess, if you were an athlete or a person with an eating problem, would make sense, but don't for them. Like, they'll be like, oh, I have to keep these candy-sized Snickers bars in my desk in case I have low blood sugar while working. No, you do not. Because if that happens, you go to the kitchen and you make yourself a healthy lunch. Or eat an apple, or a banana, or some fruit. You don't need fucking bite-sized candy bars in your desk. But they find reasons to make that, like, reasonable, you know, to make that what they should be doing, and they don't even see that that's the problem.
Yeah, and I get it's hard, but I don't know. I'm not even ragging. Like I said, I don't want overweight people to feel like I'm shitting on you. It's just when you get to the Tammy Slayton size, like the genuinely, just everybody now has to walk around you like we're a herd of buffaloes and you're a gigantic like, rock or something. It is just, at that point, okay, you know what? Mandatory Ozempic. Thank God for Ozempic.
Look, this is not a black and white issue. There's obviously outliers. There's obviously case by case. If you're a large person out there listening to this, there's reasons for it. And it's okay as long as you accept it and understand what your situation is with that. A lot of people want to lose the weight. Okay, you're on your own journey. What I will never forgive, and I will open my asshole and shit on, are the people that are at that size and go, well, this is just life. This is just me being a typical American man. I need my mobility scooter because that's just how things are. It's not true. It's a position you put yourself in 99% of the time. And that's all there is to it.
No. My wife points this out all the time too. She gets really upset when men especially say that, when they're like 50 years old and they slap their beer guts and they're like, you know, it's just how it is when you get to my age. No, it's not. There's like 50-year-old marathon runners. Like, you don't have to be like one of them guys, but you also don't have to, like, it is not, in fact, it's not a thing that you know how they say, like, the only certainty in life is death and taxes. Being fat isn't one of them. Like, it is not, you don't have to be fat at 50.
I will forever hate. Like, I can tolerate a lot of people. I have a lot of different kind of friends, but I will forever hate and never respect people who, like, call themselves a piece of shit for one reason or another and then laugh and go, haha, isn't that fun? Isn't it great? So the beer gut fat people are that. Another huge one that's sweeping the internet now are the ones who are like losers every day and are like, haha, isn't that quirky? Oh, hi everyone. Today I woke up and I played League of Legends for 12 hours and oh, I'm just, you know, that's my life. Isn't that fun? No, you're the fucking loser. Stop pretending that that's like a good thing. that people should laugh and say, "Ha, go get him, Tiger." No, you wasted your life. That's just how it is. I hate the like acceptance of mediocrity, you know, the acceptance of bottom of the bar. Instead of trying to be better and contribute and be the best person you can be, we have this culture, especially on social media, of like, oh, I'm a piece of shit and I'm just a loser. And that's so cool, right? Where are my loser friends at? This is our life forever. Let's hang out in Discord voice chat and just talk about how fucking boring we are all day. That's great. I can't stand that shit. I really can't. Doesn't do it for me.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
right, well.
Enough ranting. How was your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, were you gonna tell a story?
I don't really have much. Oh, I can tell a kind of related story to you going to those disappointing museums. So my stepdad is hugely into trains. He's a big train nerd. You know, he's like, oh wow, that's the DXF from the 2005 era of when this company was putting this out. Like, you know, he could just list stats and statistics and facts and whatever. And I took him to the Railroad Museum here, and what I discovered about the Railroad Museum is, on paper, it's like, oh, that's quaint. You know, it's just a little stop by. You look at some model trains, you learn some history, you look at some artifacts, preserved things in glass cases, and this and this and that. That's not what it is. What it actually is a small bit of a history museum with like preserved artifacts, and then a train graveyard where they're just sitting there and they go, look at our trains. Okay, like thanks for coming. Goodbye. A what?
Like a junkyard?
Yes.
Or are they like intact or just?
Okay. They are, and they do preserve them, allegedly, from what I've been told. They do, like, clean them up and polish them and fix broken parts so they look brand new. But the 95% of the train museum is you go outside, and they just have a bunch of trains sitting in a big quarry. And you walk up
to be
and
fair,
you look
that's
at
a
it.
you thing. That's because you're not into trains. I bet for
Very
train
true.
autists, that goes hard.
Now, my stepdad did love it. He did have an enthralling time, but
well, there you go.
It's just so funny though if you
well,
show up if you're not into trains, you know.
You are describing a museum. That is what, like, come here and look at these things that you have an interest in.
Yeah, I can't be mad. It was only like $10 a person, so it's like they didn't like lie on the front or be like it's a big thing. Yeah, but no, it's just funny to me that like there was no tours, there was no like displays, there was no. It was just here's our trains. Enjoy looking at our trains, you know? It was more like a show than a museum, you know? Oh, look at this train. Look at this train. Look at this train. So, if you want to look at trains, that's the place to go, I guess. Trains are cool, though, man. They're massive. Trains fuck me up. Just get
trains
huge.
Are cool, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. They had a old steam engine train that they were refurbishing while we were there. That shit is so goddamn loud. It's like a fucking bomb whistle went off, and it just, the whole time they were running it, it was screechingly loud throughout the whole place. And it was so funny, like, my mom was there too, obviously, and she and I were watching, but from a distance, and I, like, put my hands over my ears because I have horrible tinnitus, and I didn't want it to be worse. Meanwhile, all the train enthusiasts were standing directly next to it with no ear protection, just staring in awe. Like, wow, look at the train. I love you, train enthusiasts. Keep on keeping on, you know.
But I can segue that into a topic real quick.
Sure.
Well, I forget what they're called, but you can, and I have now ordered. You can get ear protection. They're usually for concerts and stuff, and they're not the usual like the foam things you stick in your ear. They have interchangeable little filters where you can pick between. Okay, I want to attenuate by 6 decibel. I want to attenuate this by 12. And they are so nice now. Because I've been to loud places, and then sometimes you have that friend group that's just too loud. Not mine, but like when you have guests over and everybody's like cackling way too loud. And I have like sensitive baby ears. I hear everything, Andrew, in the house. If there's a faucet dripping on the other end of the house, I hear it.
Oh,
and I have to get out of
I get
bed.
That way too.
I have to get out of bed in the middle of the night, and I have to turn it off or fix it or something because it just bothers me too much. Mouth noises, that sort of stuff. So you can get those special, and they're not even that expensive. You can get them for like $9, and then depending on how much you want. And the nice thing is, like I said, you can adjust how much you want to hear or how much you want to tune out, so you can still put them in so you don't hear the fucking faucets or mouth noises, but you can still easily hear people talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
I'm the same way. I have a fridge with an ice maker, and maybe once every 30 minutes you'll just hear that like from all the ice kind of settling, you know? And it pisses me off when I'm trying to go to bed, because I always think like, well, what if it wasn't the ice maker? What if something fell and broke? What if someone's trying to break in? Like, I hate it. I fucking hate it. So I get you. I totally get you.
Yeah.
Can we move to the bonus?
Should we? Have we been? Oh my God, it's been an hour.
It has been. Time flies when there's no Jackson.
Yeah, I don't want to put it like that, but
we miss you, Jackson. Rest in peace.
Let's just say I'm not bored right now.
Oh, rest in peace, Jackson. Oh, we didn't mention it at the beginning. Jackson died. Like, we probably should have said something. He's dead. He's just actually gone.
Spoiler alert. He's the one who's missing, in case you.
Yeah. He died doing what he loved at the Inner Circle Rugby Club, watching the players, and he got a little too close to the glass and he fell in and he got impaled on a shard while trying to stare at a player's butt cheeks. And unfortunately, he's just actually dead. Like, there's no joke here. Sorry. Oops. Yeah.
Bonus time.
Oh well.
Do you want to do the whole spiel?
Okay. Yeah. So if you go to, what's our website again?
official.men, you get a bunch of bonus stuff. So just go there, subscribe, and you get Criminally Stupid, Red Thread, and obviously our bonuses. It is a shit ton of content. And if you subscribe now, if you're new, you will probably get like, I don't know, 1,000 hours of content that you can rummage through. And it gives you a nice little feed, RSS feed you can put into your podcast players. You can hook it up to your Spotify, apparently, which I didn't even know was a thing, where I keep forgetting it is. Yeah, if you prefer Patreon, I don't know why you would, but if, patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Otherwise, well, I hope you enjoyed the free portion of this podcast. We're now going to go to the pay-gated, super sexy, much more fun section of the podcast. And we will see you there, if in case, you are subscribed to official.men.
Maybe Jackson will come back from the dead for the bonus. Ooh, probably not.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, he won't.
No, he won't. He's dead for real. Sorry.